Hello, excuse me, I've got a small human behind me who's whining because she hurt her foot, and I've got a very annoying little dog. Come here. Molly is here. Hello. Look how much she's grown. On a random note for anyone that's following me. Look, she's huge. Well, I mean, I know she's tiny, but she's huge in comparison to what she was. Anyway, as I said before, any negatives in surrogacy, I'm going to be honest about them, because I don't think anyone should, calm down you nutter, anyone should go and make out think sunshine and daisies is wonderful and perfect when it's not. Now this isn't majorly huge in the sense that I'm not going to go into masses of detail for obvious reasons, but I can do if anyone's interested. But I did that before and it went on for like 16 minutes and then wouldn't upload to YouTube, so I'm redoing things a little bit with idiots in the background. Before I did it when Edith was down for a nap. Oh, careful! Oh, Molly. Oh, this is what happens.
She just went squeak.
Yeah, because you probably landed on a paw or something.
No,
Are you okay?
no, I just twisted my arms so
Right, so this is why we try and like not film with small humans, and I'm not even going to bother redoing this because something else can. And I keep looking at the wrong bit again. Hello. Something else will go wrong, so there's no point in redoing this. Basically, I'm now independent. This match is independent, as I said before. I left the agency I was with before for a number of reasons, and they seem to be going significantly downhill. So what I would say is any agencies out at the minute, now I'm not saying there won't be another one that could come out of the ashes of all the stuff that's gone wrong in the United Kingdom's sort of surrogacy agencies, but for now don't. There are 4 main agencies in England. I think it's either Brilliant Beginnings or Beautiful Beginnings, but I think it's Brilliant Beginnings. No, Alice, please don't. British Surrogacy Centre, COTS, which is Childlessness Overcome Through Surrogacy, and SUK, or SUK, or SUK, Surrogacy UK. Now, the only one I would say is okay is SUK. That's it. The other ones don't even go there. And this is personal opinion, but based on facts in a sense, that they will all charge you a lot of money to join up with them, and the other 3 are just awful. Again, I'm not going to go into why. I don't want to get shouted at. I don't want them to threaten me with anything on, God forbid, this becomes popular, because it's not worth it. But there are reasons, and I'm perfectly willing to share them for anyone that needs, wants to know them for actual reasons, not just because they want to know gossip, because it's really not gossip. I'm making this sound way more exciting than it is. Sorry for that. But yeah, I have left for the treatment of my former IPs. Just a bit of a background story, hopefully not too long. Basically, they are a same-sex couple. They're 2 men. They were sent a few weeks ago a baby book for their son, and it said to explain about surrogacy and how they came into the world being slightly unconventional. And it was, Mummy and Daddy wanted a baby, but Mummy's tummy was broken. Now, being a same-sex couple, they were like, this doesn't apply to me. And it's not just that it's mildly offensive that they were sent a couple book for Mummy and Daddy when they aren't a Mummy and Daddy, they're Daddy and a Papa. But it's the fact they spent about over £1,000 to be with this agency, and whoever sent out the baby book couldn't even be bothered to glance at their file long enough to acknowledge there was 2 men rather than a man and a woman. Like, why even send it at all? If you haven't got one specifically for same-sex couples, which is fine, but just don't send one about a mummy and a daddy. Just don't, because it's rude. It is rude and it is thoughtless, and it doesn't apply to them. Alice, calm down, please. Okay. So he sent an email saying, this isn't right. He was a bit short. Do not get me wrong. He did say, I'm offended. I'm offended that you sent this to me, and I'm annoyed that I've spent so much money and no one can be bothered to look at my profile for 2 minutes or 2 seconds to acknowledge that it's 2 men. It's just rude and thoughtless, and I'm actually annoyed. And they got a very, very rude response back saying, you should be grateful for what you've got. You wouldn't have your son if it wasn't for us. And fortunately, we're not designed for same-sex couples. Well, A, don't be homophobic, that's just rude. And I nearly went ghetto then. And B, actually, they didn't introduce us. We had met and matched outside of this agency. We met on a now extinct website called Snook, which was Surrogacy Network UK, and we chat now in 2 online Facebook groups that I am in. And actually this agency did nothing for us at any point, didn't do anything except our agreement. And the only reason I joined this agency was because my IPs were already with them and we'd matched, and they were like, hey, we paid a lot of money, we may as well use them. So I was like, okay, fine. So I became a member. And I'm quite disgusted that you wouldn't have your son if it wasn't for us. Actually, love, I think you'll find that I helped them have their son. Because without me, that they met, not in your agency, just in case you watch this, I'm talking to you, you know who you are. I sound really bitchy, but I don't care. I matched with them. I then inseminated myself. I got pregnant. I carried and grew a baby. I pushed him out in my living room. The guys came down every month to do the insems. They came down for every appointment they could. They took me to scans. They were there. We made that child. You did nothing. Not a damn thing. I got a phone call every now and then, actually from a woman who was very nice to me, so I'm not complaining about her at all. But I'm so disgusted with how badly they were spoken to. And it seems that there is a question about where the money goes. And again, I won't massively go into that. If anyone wants me to explain why I'm against agencies in general, not just this one, it seems like a lot of them, they take money for under false pretenses, like saying, oh, you're paying this and this and this. But they're not. Because, like, for example, the agency I was with, and we'll very quickly go over it without going over my time limit, every IP pays a breakdown. This with every agency, but I know more facts about the one I was with. Every agency, you pay £60 for a... for example, I mean, the amounts could be different. You could pay for more or less for different ones. Basically, you will pay, say, £60 for a criminal record bureau check for your cells, another £60 for it to check to check a surrogate. Then you'll pay, say, £140 to have someone come to your house and introduce you and make you a full member of the agency. And again, £140 for them to visit any surrogate and make a member. And then another bit of money for the blood and urine tests and everything for each of you, or whatever, medical checks. Now, the IPs pay for all the surrogate stuff, but some surrogates do more than one journey. So the IPs, and I wouldn't, when I was matched a second time with them, or going to be matched, I wasn't going to have another criminal records bureau. I wasn't going to have any more medical tests, and I wasn't going to have another sit-down meeting with anyone because it was done. So they should have refunded that amount of money back to the IPs, but they don't. They keep it. Now, there's also about 10 IPs to each surrogate. There's more like 20, actually, but I'm going to say 10. So that's 10 IPs paying for one surrogate. Now, where is that thousands of pounds going? Because nobody seems to know. They've also said, oh, it's to cover surrogates who go through the process but then don't match and have a baby. But I was informed in my meeting, and I know loads of others are from online groups, loads of people who were told at their meeting as a surrogate, if you don't go through, you will have to pay us back yourself because you've spent all this money. So again, if a surrogate doesn't do it, the surrogate pays. So the IPs, there's 9 IPs paying out about, I'd say £700 at least each for one surrogate. Say 10, round it up. So that's £7,000 that apparently is going nowhere. Now, upon questioning this, they've started kicking everyone off the boards, which I just think is dodgy. And I think it pretty much proves, if you question it, they get rid of you. Well, why get rid of you if they're being honest? But they're not, see? So I can't say for definite. Maybe there are things, but they won't answer questions. This is why I've gone independent. Now, I really would love to make an agency myself. And again, it would be non-profit and it would not cost anywhere near that amount of money for anyone. Because the people that are around at the minute, it's all about making money, and it shouldn't be. Is it not enough that the IPs have to look into surrogacy to have a child? It's not enough that they can't just naturally just go and bump uglies and produce babies. Does it not suck enough that IVF isn't enough, that they've been through IVF thousands of times, it seems, and IUIs and chemicals and stuff? Some of them have never got that far because they were born without a uterus and stuff because they have MRKH syndrome. Is it not, have they not had enough hardship for the women alone, or the same-sex couples that have to face persecution every day, have to deal with homophobia, have to deal with that? That isn't enough. They haven't suffered enough that you have to then bleed them dry because they desperately want something. They want a child. That I don't think is fair, and I'm so angry on behalf of the IPs. And it's okay for me because it's not my hopes and dreams online. It's not my life savings on the line. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to take it to heart and fight. So, or fight back, or have an attitude, be a stroppy moo bag, which is kind of what I'm doing. But yeah, this is why I'm independent. This is why I implore anyone in the United Kingdom, or whatever, if you want to be a surrogate, if you are a set of IPs and you're looking into this, please message me. Please inbox me on here, comment below. I will get hold of you. Tell me your Facebook name. I will hunt you down like a crazy stalker. Message me on Facebook. I've got a fan page. Admittedly, it's dead because I don't do anything on it, and now I can post whatever. I could put naked pictures up there and no one will see them. Tempting. No, I won't. Don't worry. I'll make a few people sick. That's the one that will magically be shared. But yeah, if you want to message me on there, it's just called Lumdydums. Send me a message. That is an option. Right on the wall, whatever. I'm not even saying to like the page because it's lame, but if people start seeing it, I suppose I could post more, but whatever. It's just a dead thing, but it's a means for people to contact me, and you don't have to be my friend. Or on my Lisa Lumdydums profile on Facebook, it's a normal profile. Please do message me. I do try and check my others box as much as I can. I will do that in a little bit. I keep meaning to do that today and I haven't done it yet, but I will do it. I promise, I promise, I promise. But yeah, get hold of me and I will add you to a admin profile I have, because I'm an admin on one of the group, not just me. There are other people. We do have to do this in groups to be careful. And I will check out your page. I'll put my hands up. You have to have like real photos of a person, more than one, and real information, because there are weird people that make up fake accounts and add it just so they can harass people that can't have kids, because it happens. It doesn't happen very often, but we endeavour to not have it happen very often at all. So we do check things out. So if you do send me a message and you want me to add you to this group, I will be checking you out like a creepy stalker, as I said. You'll love it. But yeah, that's it. That's my little rant. So yeah, I've chosen to go independent for a few reasons, and I'm not going into the personal stories of about 6 friends that have been really poorly treated by this agency, because it's not my information sharing. I could be breaching confidentiality or something if I did, so I won't go into that. But if anyone wants to know any more information or anything about surrogacy and being independent and getting help with matching, I can also tell you that I think 95% of people that are in these groups have been matched, and about 85% of those have now got babies or are expecting babies with their surrogate, whereas with the agencies I think it's at like 30%, and I'm not even kidding. So let me know and I will do all I can. Sorry for being a ranty, grumpy, poo face, poo bum, and I will speak to you all later. And also sorry for this. I tried to do, it did not go well, but we're going to pretend it did. La. Right, I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, I hope, so stay tuned for that. Just thought I'd throw that out at the end, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.